Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about cheaper than Ubering. Grocery delivery driver puts together order at store, then he notices something weird about every other shopper. So as you're a food delivery and grocery delivery driver, sometimes you'll notice some odd things. This person is noticing something weird about every other shopper. The headline's a little vague at the moment, so I really don't know a whole lot of what's going on, but I'm interested to find out. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, Grubhub, Instacart, apparently Shipt shoppers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A Shipt delivery driver has gone viral after pointing out a disturbing detail about other shoppers in the store he was working in. He said most of them were also delivery workers. First off, I think it's the first time in a very long time that Shipt was actually called out in a news article, so this is actually a fun find. Second, it's actually not surprising to me that a grocery store is full of delivery workers or shoppers. I actually work in my area, and 9 times out of 10, I can tell there's at least a handful of other shoppers there with me. It's not everybody, but enough for me to go like, oh, that's a thing. People are doing that. TikTok user at iSmith32 shared his observation on November 21st in a video that currently has more than 77,400 views. The things you do for content, huh? I'm going to leave his TikTok as well as his profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject.
So I run grocery delivery as my side hustle to help offset the cost of everything. And I'm in the store today and I'm shopping around and I'm noticing that it seems like every other person is using the same app as me.
I'm actually surprised about that. Usually for me, I'm speaking to me, I don't make as much money from Shipt at all. If there's a shopping app that I prioritize at all, it's Walmart, Spark, then Instacart, and maybe I'll do Shipt because I mainly run food delivery and catering delivery. But Shipt shoppers are apparently killing it. I don't know.
It's just clear sign, things are going super well when everybody at the store is shopping for someone else.
That's the K economy for you, where the wealthy get wealthier and the poor get poorer. But it's not all that surprising that people are getting into side hustles in general. Or here's the other thing. Maybe their side hustles at the point to where they need to commit more time to it. So they're having groceries delivered and they're having other things done. I know that there's a person that sometimes will end up in my comment section, or at least he was a commenter, who was very much like, yeah, sometimes I'll order because I really don't have time for anything else at the moment. Why are there so many Shipt delivery drivers? Apps like Shipt and Doordash saw their initial boom during the COVID-19 pandemic, and despite their initial predictions of a post-pandemic slowdown, the demand has only continued to grow. The gig economy is booming and likely here to stay, with more people than ever turning to side hustles to make ends meet. More than 1/3 of US workers are now involved in some form of gig work, and that number is reportedly going to rise to half by 2025. According to recent projections, gig work will grow over 50% of the economy by 2027. So the gig economy in general has been on the rise, and I love how people were always saying
the company is gonna fall. Gig work is only gonna be a thing when the pandemic is a thing. After that, it's gonna go so far downhill.
Meanwhile, people still are buying convenience. People still had food delivered just like pizzerias and Chinese restaurants had long before the gig apps did. And now there is so much competition in the gig economy in terms of platforms and drivers that the topic of the companies are going to fall is not really a relevant topic anymore. I think DoorDash is going to lose a lot of momentum soon because of the lawsuits and how everybody's in terms of drivers aren't really going there. And it seems like they're taking a a different direction entirely, but that's more of a behind the scenes thing. We as Driven Wyld are even teaching people how to build their own dispatch company so that way they don't have to be in the hustle and grind anymore. They can develop an income that is independent of their activity. If you guys haven't heard, the self-delivery course and the VIP program is available now. The links will be in the description. Feel free to join us and we can help you build a six-figure income by onboarding your first 10 merchants. Commenters share their thoughts. In the comment section of the video, many users expressed disbelief at how many people could afford to have their groceries delivered. Who's got the disposable income for this? I don't get it, one commenter wrote. You know, it's funny that they bring this up because I think disposable income is a very interesting term, but who's got the income to support this? People who really just want the convenience. They don't really have the money, but they're willing to put it on a credit card or something and just let the interest accumulate. People who don't really have time, they're in the middle of doing anything and everything anyway. Like, I've literally only ordered once, but I know that there's a lot of people that are just running all the time. And people who they are just lazy. Of course, there are going to be no-tip customers mixed in all those three categories, but it is what it is. Another added, as someone who has never had groceries delivered, I notice this all the time. I honestly don't know how people are that rich. I don't know if rich is really the right word, but okay. The middle class is gone. The wealthy are doing just fine, though, a third wrote. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people who don't make a lot of money order on these platforms as well, and I feel like those are the people ordering the most. They're not always tipping well. Don't get me wrong, like there are no tippers on both sides of the spectrums, but they are ordering. It takes me 2 hours to shop for once a month grocery order as a single person. Why wouldn't I pay a $30 tip to someone making $15 an hour to deliver my groceries when I make $20 an hour? One dissenting commenter shared. Notice the difference in mindset there. They're not really buying the convenience of having their grocery order delivered. They're buying back their time so that way they can focus on other things. And that's them acknowledging the value of the convenience, as opposed to the no-tip entitled losers who continue to order without tipping and then bitch in my comment section about how they refuse the tip, and literally no one likes this. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Look, here's the reality. Gig work is here to stay. Regardless if it's on Shipt, Instacart, Doordash, UberEats, Grubhub, any of the other platforms in the catering space, whether it's a Cartwheel app, Deliver That Delivered, Skipcart, Zifty, what have you, you are going to have more opportunity. There is so much opportunity in the gig economy, whether it is something as simple as just an extra side hustle. Maybe it's your full-time thing for now. Maybe you're utilizing the gig economy as an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal. But the reality is, it is vital that you are diversifying your gig portfolio so you're never too dependent on any one app, and you're maximizing your opportunities in general. So that way you could reach those higher levels of income and you can have more time to focus on your exit strategies. All of this which we teach in the Driven Wyld Discord server. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment entrepreneurial journey. I partnered with high-level professionals bringing you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings. Live streams with high-level professionals in our industry. Educational systems to help you build your own dispatch company as well as other scalable opportunities. By the way, the first course is kicking off on December 4th, and we will continue to be having more and more classes. So stay tuned and make sure you're signing up for that so you can build your own dispatch company and not be too dependent on gig apps long term. And whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or looking for an exit strategy because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and you would like to see something with more growth and more scalability, there is something here for you. Check the link in the description and get started on making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. All links are going to be in the description, and we're looking forward to helping you grow. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.